Good morning, Endeavor, and a special good morning to you today, Greg.
Good morning, Shannon. It's great to hear your voice, and thank you so much for that song. That's a beautiful song named Luna. That's written and performed by my good friend Jose Serrano. And that song was made especially for our flight, for STS-134. We're all up. We're raring to go. We had such a great day yesterday with a spectacular rendezvous and successful installation of VLC-3. And today we got the prime job for our entire mission. We're installing AMS today. That'll be really exciting, and we're also going to be getting ready to camp out overnight for EVA-1. So we got a lot of work to do today. We're all raring to go, and good morning to everyone there in Mission Control.
This is Mission Control Houston. We are continuing to receive downlink television pictures from the shuttle station complex as it orbits 214 statute miles over the Pacific Ocean on a southeasterly track that's soon going to take it over the equator and then eventually over the southern tip of South America again. The oncoming team of flight controllers, the Orbit 1 team, has completed its handover, is about to take over the duties as the outgoing Orbit 3 planning shift team departs. Gary Horlocker will be the flight director in charge of this team, taking over for outgoing flight director Quatziala Barujo, who is working his final shift of the mission.
The AMS will find its permanent home today. After the crew finishes up its post-sleep activities, they'll head into the AMS activities shortly after 2 o'clock Central Time. The AMS is expected to be installed on the Earth side, or Earth-facing side of the S3 truss segment, the zenith side, if you will, somewhere about 240 or so. The split screen showing both sides of the payload bay, the right and left side, with the guide pins for the alpha magnetic spectrometer. First step will be, now that it is free of Endeavor's payload bay, to raise the AMS up to a low hover position just above the payload bay. Once that is established, after a couple of minutes, the crew will be given a go to proceed on with maneuvering it over the side of Endeavor's payload bay up toward the International Space Station for a handoff to the station's robotic arm.
Go ahead, Spanky. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that we're putting EMU LiO new battery, lithium-ion battery, 3004. That's going to go into Drew's suit, and we have LiO canister. It's 0021. That's going to go into Taz's suit. How copy? Houston, big loop. Yeah, go ahead. Another location to try to find that LiO canister would be the EVA systems transfer bag, and it is another mesh bag. Okay, got that, and we'll work on that, and we'll find it. In the meantime, it's been suggested that we go to a different loop. What loop would you like us to call you on, either air to ground 2 or space to ground 2?
The shuttle's robotic arm now in motion once again. The next maneuver will be to the handoff position, relocating the AMS now from the low hover position above Endeavor's payload bay to the position that will be easiest for the station's grapple the end effector on the station's robotic arm to position itself on the alternate grapple fixture for AMS.
And Houston, cupola on the big loop. We're working some of the camera views at night. Stand by. Houston copies.
The shuttle's robotic arm now has the brakes on. It's in the position now for the handoff. Next up will be for the station robotic arm. It's being operated by Greg Shamatoff and Greg Johnson in the at the robotic workstation inside the space station, in particular in the cupola module, repositioning the camera views to get a good look at the AMS as the station's robotic arm gets ready to maneuver over to the AMS and capture the other grapple fixture.
And Houston from cupola, we are ready to proceed now. We like our camera views. Thanks for your patience.
And Canadarm2 now being maneuvered from a robotic workstation inside the cupola on the International Space Station, being maneuvered into position to capture the alpha magnetic spectrometer, currently in the firm grasp of the shuttle's robotic arm. Canadarm2, 58-foot-long robot arm delivered to the International Space Station back in April of 2001. One of the major contributions of the Canadian Space Agency to the International Space Station program. the end effector of the station's robotic arm, Canadarm2. The arm is being positioned. There are cameras that look straight down the length of the Canadarm2 and on the end effector to allow for proper alignment. The arm is being operated from the cupola on the International Space Station. Inside is a dedicated robotics workstation with its own screens, allowing the crew members to see the same view that you're seeing here so that they can align properly before moving in for grapple. And in fact, the go has been given. The arm is now in the process of being maneuvered in for the grapple.
Houston Endeavour, air to ground 2. The second CWC is 1064, and I transferred 1069 to JPM A5. It just seems like an odd place to put it inside a soft stowage rack that doesn't have a lot of room. I just want you to double check and make sure that's where you want these first CWCs.
Mark, we copy your work in 1064 now, and we will double-check that stowage location. Thanks.
And a good capture is confirmed. The station robotic arm now is locked onto the grapple pin of the alpha magnetic spectrometer, occurring as Endeavour in the International Space Station tracked to the southwest of the Canary Islands.
On the big loop, the SSRMS grapple is complete. Put the brakes on, and you guys are go for SRMS release. Endeavour copies on the big loop.
And with the AMS now firmly in the grasp of the station's robotic arm, the crew over on Space Shuttle Endeavour ready to release the shuttle's robotic arm from its grasp of the other grapple fixture. Standing by to see the indications, the ready to latch indications.
Endeavour ISS, this is Miles O'Brien with Google. How do you hear me?
Miles, we have you loud and clear. How do you hear us?
5x5, Commander Mark Kelly. Good to see you guys. You look hale and hearty. Congratulations on installing the alpha magnetic spectrometer. That's great news. I wanted to, before we get to the questions from folks, there wasn't a lot of time for folks on Google Moderator to weigh in on the tile damage. I'm curious what your thoughts are on what you've seen. How concerned are you about these ding tiles on the belly of the shuttle?
Yeah, so we took a look this morning at some of the photos and the message traffic that